Hello everybody, Zach Weber with Big Red Jelly, and today we're going to be talking about a topic that I really enjoy, how to develop a successful marketing strategy. We're going to be going over my 5 tips and tricks that you should keep in mind as you are developing your own strategy. There's a lot of different books out there, the one-page marketing plan. There's a lot of different coaches out there who have their methods. These are just things to keep in mind. I'm not going to be diving into specific tactics like blog posts or even SEO for that matter. I'm not going to be jumping into conversion rate optimization on your marketing efforts or click-through rates. None of that. It's all very high level for this. So the first thing we do when we are developing a marketing strategy is it has to be founded in facts and analytics. What does this mean? It means before you start dumping money towards your marketing budget or advertising budget or paid ads or even creating an ad or creative for that matter, you need to have all of your information about what you're doing and who you're targeting. So you can get this information in a couple of ways. There's objective analytics and subjective information that you can get. So if you already have a website and you already have traffic, a great way for you to get this facts and analytics is to look at who's visiting your website. Same thing with social media. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, etc., you'll have all the data provided to you by Meta or whatever platform you're using on who is interacting with your platform or with your website in general, right? So you have to know who you are targeting and what you're doing, what they engage with before you even think about getting started. So that's point number 1. Point number 2 has to include ongoing brand management. Now, when you hear brand management, you might be thinking brand style guides. So, make sure our brand is consistent, make sure the color usage is correct, or we're using the right hex code or the right typography. That's all true. But even deeper than that is who are you as a brand? What do you represent? What's your messaging? Those things have to shine through in your marketing. So your brand management is going to be more than just sticking to your guidelines per se, but it's going to be more so making sure that your marketing strategy includes the messaging or the message that you want to communicate as a brand as a whole, right? So that's point number 2. Point number 3 is it has to be focused on sales enablement. What is marketing without sales? Nothing. What's the point of generating leads if you can't close those deals, if you're not generating revenue, if you're not maintaining a good profit margin? So all of this has to be done with sales enablement in mind. Now, I know a lot of the people watching this might just be over marketing, and then they hand off those leads to sales or business development people to close those leads. But everything that marketing is doing, you have to be doing it in the mindset that these are eventually going to make their way to sales. So it's not a bad idea to collaborate with sales, believe it or not, and say, hey, how can we help you guys to maintain our brand and our client experience all the way through? You'd be surprised how often we interact with our clients and their marketing strategies and their marketing campaigns or advertising campaigns are perfect. And then once a salesperson gets on the call, the salesperson doesn't have the tools, tactics, strategies, even assets to really keep that experience going all the way through. Their salespeople are kind of on their own. So it's not a bad idea as you are developing your marketing strategy to include creating some assets for your salespeople, enabling them to continue that client experience or that client story that you guys want them to experience, right? So sales enablement is point number 3. Always have sales enablement in mind. Point number 4, marketing and advertising work together, right? Sometimes, depending on your organization, they might be separate teams, they might be separate people, but these things have to be cohesive. If your marketing strategy is misaligned with your advertising, if your advertising messaging is totally different than what your marketing team is pushing out, there's going to be a disconnect. And again, that's coming back to brand management. That's poor brand management, right? So you want to make sure that your marketing and advertising are working together so that your paid advertising solutions or your paid advertising efforts are in line with your marketing strategy, right? Point number 4. Point number 5, always being refined and improved. So this is kind of what kicks us back to point number 1. Has to be found in facts and analytics. You have to constantly be looking at the performance of your marketing and your advertising and seeing what's working, what's not, who's engaging, who's not, so that way we can continue to refine and get even better ROI on our marketing efforts as a whole. So this is where you would periodically be checking on your KPIs for your marketing efforts. It might look like, what is our bounce rate on our landing page? What's our click rate on our landing page, or our click-through rate on our landing page? What's our conversion rate? And then even going deeper than the quantitative and looking at qualitative and saying, are these leads any good for us? Are the deals that we are closing, are those the types of people that we want to work with? Are those the types of clients that we can see entering our marketing flywheel and helping to be advocates for our business and generate more leads and more business in the future? If not, then you need to refine and improve your marketing and advertising strategy so that you do attract those people, so that you can close those people, so that your marketing flywheel can continue to gain speed and hopefully traction. So that's a quick how-to video from us of how to develop a successful marketing strategy. Again, very high level. We're not going into any tactics, but if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments below or reach out and we're happy to hop on a call and walk through your marketing strategy and see what we can do to help your business grow.